One thing I did want to actually bring up, you're mentioning the Twitter dopamine hits all the time, and I think this is the last thing we'll talk about regarding social media, because I think this is important. And then I've got some questions off that topic. But the one thing I just wrote down to bring up was YouTube Shorts, because you were mentioning scrolling and getting the dopamine hits. And I've realized so much how aggressive YouTube Shorts have been. I saw them kind of getting more aggressive last year, but I would say at the start of this year, I saw it really get aggressive, especially on your homepage now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but I've had it'll show 3 normal videos and then a giant short breaking the format of the homepage vertically, shooting across. It's not even in its own section. Everything's spilling over. When you see the up next on the right side of your screen on a YouTube video, the top recommendations are all shorts. It pushes, and what that does is it's pushing all of the videos that would have been there down. So if your channel was surviving on the bottom half of the top recommended, you're just gone. It's only the top channels survive from that. So I even noticed when I started seeing that be more aggressive, that we started getting lower views. And then I would upload the same type of video as a short, and I could get 1 million or 2 million views on that. And I was like, this is wrong. Something's not right here. And you don't make any money on shorts. So it's, I don't see who's benefiting in that case. I do think YouTube... Go ahead.
YouTube's really desperately trying to take down TikTok, which is so dumb because they're completely different platforms.
Yep.
It makes no sense why YouTube looks at TikTok and even thinks that they're like a competitor. And YouTube's trying to do a jack of all trades thing, and it just doesn't work. They have a very specific, they have videos. Just stick with videos. You don't do maybe the live stream. Sure, that's fine, but no, the live stream's not promoted on anybody.
Yeah,
it used to be promoted on everything, but the shorts thing, I honestly think this is going to probably last one more year or two, and then they're going to drop it.
Yeah,
because this just, especially the fact that no one is getting paid, like you said.
Yeah.
They're expecting everyone just to do this for free. It's the most confusing way of going about this, because if YouTube thought, okay, well, we want to compete with TikTok, make it worth it. Make having shorts actually monetarily useful. But of course they're not going to be useful because they're a minute-long video.
Yeah.
So no ad's going to be worth it, going to bring in enough CPM to be worth a 1-minute video.
Yep.
And it's a question where it's it's an unwinnable thing if you're trying to compete with TikTok. YouTube's never going to win. They're never going to win if they try to compete with TikTok. It's an entirely just different market. I would say YouTube's demographics are probably 10 years older on average than your average TikTok demographic. And I don't even know how TikTok people even make money. I think most of that shit's just from sponsors.
I don't think, in most cases, all I've seen from TikTok is them promoting longer and longer formats and allowing their TikToks to be longer because they know that that's what makes more money. So it's very odd. YouTube, I think, was chasing the trend more than they were looking at the data. That I've even posted a video. I posted a video that said German Perspective World War II compilation, and it just had all my videos about Germany and World War II. It didn't get that. It did get a decent amount of views, but at first it didn't get a lot. But it out-earned anything around it that got 2 or 3 times the amount of views, because that video was an hour or 2 long, that CPM goes up massively on the ads that are placed on it. So longer form content it always generates more, even with less views. It's way easier.
It's a trend that we don't really need to be a part of.
Yep.
And I think YouTube's going to eventually realize that this is pointless. They're going to rechange whatever they've done to the algorithm in the last year. They're going to reverse it.
Hopefully, yeah.
And I think they're going to just change. They're going to drop the shorts thing eventually.
Yeah, I am seeing.
There's no way this is sustainable.
I saw my editor sent me today a post where YouTube was saying, oh, we're now allowing, I think, either shorts to be linked back to a podcast or a long form content or vice versa. And I think now I've seen some videos of people talking about it, that YouTube's kind of realizing that podcasts are really taking off and long form content is really taking off. And I think they're realizing they pivoted wrong in the last year or two, where they were banking on shorts taking off, and really it's more podcasts and long form content people are listening to. I think there's even YouTube videos of mine where people don't even look at the animation, they're just listening to the videos. And so I think YouTube eventually, just through the data they're getting, through the money and the views and everything, are going to have to pivot if it's a financial decision and if they want to keep growing their platform. Because I don't think the shorts are taking off as much.
Oh, they're 100% going to pivot that way. Especially with the whole new updates they've had for ads.
Yeah.
With not allowing people to skip ads and stuff. They definitely know that long term is the way to go They're just going about it also now in the most scummy way possible. And
yeah,
it's I guess we're lucky for the sake of our job that most people don't download ad block, but the way that YouTube is pushing this aggressive ads, we better hope that it doesn't become more popular.
Yeah. Well, I think they even are rolling out stuff, or they're experimenting from what I've heard. I think it's only rolled out in maybe one country, or like every 100th YouTube channel. They're experimenting where you can't use any ad block, and it'll prevent you from doing anything on YouTube if you have it on, or something along those lines. So they're kind of experimenting with it. But the thing is anything they experiment with eventually just becomes a reality, even if it's unpopular. Like removing the dislike button, if they experimented with it. I think I was one of the YouTube channels that was selected to just have it hidden when they were experimenting early, and I was so frustrated by it. I was even the one time that was super interesting, and I'm glad they didn't go through with this. I was chosen as like one in a million channels, or one in a million, or 1 in 1,000, or something like that, to not have thumbnails on any video that you ever see while you're logged in. So I would have to log out to see what even my own videos look like. And they had that experiment last a month. Nobody talked about it because it was so rare.
Yeah.
But I looked it up, and it said, yeah, we picked a couple channels where you can't even see thumbnails. We auto-generate them because we might move toward that. And I was like, oh my gosh, that would be horrible. But the dislike button they went through with.
They really just kind of tortured you for a month.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was horrible. I couldn't even see my own videos.
Fuck with Griffin.
Yeah, that's it. Just me. I was the only one selected. One person from each country.
You're the one guinea pig in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is how the nature of it is, and we've gone around the cycle so much, and that's the funniest thing about doing this for so long. Eventually, the patterns. You just get tired of the cycle, and like with Twitter, there's always some Twitter debate. There's always some some new anger thing everyone's pissed about. And with YouTube, there's always some dumb thing YouTube's been doing, and YouTube's been doing some dumb new implementation ever since it's been a thing. And so it's just kind of like you just kind of roll with it. You roll with the waves.
Yeah.
And I guess we can just be thankful that we are at least, still doing this.
Yep.
But